All right, all right. Hopefully you guys hear me. Prophetic here. I'm going to try to dive in with some of these settings and see if I can get this stuff working. Well, let's check the email first. Interesting. So Zeb was walking me through some of these things. I might have to go back to the actual video. Let's see how to get this going. So I like accelerating with A. Might be a little old school gamer in me. I'm using a button to accelerate. Brake reverse B. Steering left. Maybe I should disable this one. No, not right button. Let's see here. Steering left. Unassign. Okay. Yeah, so I think I might do that. So I keep it on my D-pad. Actually, let's see. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I had the right one. I'm not that advanced doing the shifting. Not that it's hard, but just don't want to think about it right now. I like having my left turn or right turn indicators on my top right. That's pretty nice. Air horn is my Xbox button. I don't really use cruise control, so that's not super important to me. Now this is something that I think Zeb was talking about. He just presses A, I think, for this one. Let's see here. Okay, yeah. Route advisor, next page. Might do that for Y. I don't know what assistant action is, but here is the thing I really want to do. Oh, where is it? Next camera, okay, yeah. So next camera, maybe I'll make that the start button. And look left. I might make that my trigger button. Whoops. That's weird. Ah, okay, I think I know. No, definitely don't want to do that. Look left. Maybe I'll make... That's weird. Look left would be that. Look right. It'll be... Oh, there it is. That weirdness. Look left. Maybe I'll just... See, this is where things get all really wonky. Next camera. Yeah, so now my A button. Gotta do this crap all over again, man. Alright. I'm just gonna do the look left. See if it even registers. No. No, it's not registering my mouse. I know Zeb said something about disabling my Xbox controller as a mouse. Let's bring that up because the last time it wasn't doing it too good. So I think that's what might be helpful. Break access. Nah, son. We're good. No, we're good, we're good. So hopefully that works. Now let's go back to this. Jeez Louise. Why is the A button the left button? Well, we're gonna find out. This is crazy. This is nuts, man. Thanks so much. If I could get beyond the configuration screen, that would be helpful. I think that's Colin. See, Colin, I'm still getting to know the handles and YouTube channel names and associating them with the person. So bear with me. Hope that I'm 99% sure that's Colin. Thanks, brother. Oh well, I think we're just gonna rock it with the keyboard if this doesn't work in the next couple seconds. Interesting. I don't know what the afterglow thing is, but nice, I was right. Sweet. Yeah, this is a part that gets kind of weird, you know? It's like sometimes it registers my keyboard, and sometimes it my Xbox controller, and then sometimes it just acts all funny. So it's like you gotta unplug and replug everything and see if it, yeah, I pressed A button and it gives me a left button for throttling. It's nuts, man. Well, maybe if I just restart this thing. Sorry about that, guys. I might take this down from the library because it's that much of a pain. So Colin, do you truck at all? Interesting. Yeah, that's nuts, dude. So nuts. Okay. If you want to call it middle button, fine. That's the part that kind of bugs me out, is that Oh, I didn't know that, Colin. What's your favorite video editor of choice when you're doing those videos? I'm a Kdenlive guy myself. I'm with that, man. I'm so with that. We're gonna skip all this crap and go with just the keyboard. Yeah, I don't see anything coming close to Kdenlive right now. I mean, it's always good to have competition, but I heard there's some that are. I don't want to go there. Well, I guess I'll go there and then do the Phoenix job. Flowblade, and I heard some other from a I think Linux Unplugged episode. So some are coming up, but I heard the next realm of Linux creative suites is the photo editing. Kdenlive does a good job at. Oh, do I even have my left and right controls here? Okay. So I guess I have to do with the directional pad. Okay, so I got the essentials down. Alright, good. I guess I can make do with this using my gamepad. Yeah, Colin, I did the Biddle blog about convergence, and then like the next day Purism made the announcement that wow, the steering is so crazy. I'm like drunk over here. It looks like I'm drunk. Whoa. Let's fix that, because I'm so used to the directional pad. And I promise I'm not drunk, even though it's a Friday night. Oh, see what the thing does. My mouse. Well, you know, once you see Samsung jump in the way they did, it's like that's what I sometimes is a double-edged sword when like mainstream consumer corporations do something, because then it legitimizes the effort, and then Linux wants to kind of play catch up. Mark Shuttleworth was like ahead of the time and was trying to leapfrog what everyone was doing in mobile. He saw what was the next like wave. He went to, you don't play catch up when you're trying to be competitive. You want to leapfrog and be where everyone else will be in years to come, so that you have the first mover advantage and kind of iron out the kinks. And so that's what Mark Shuttleworth was trying to do. And then kaput, you know, he drops it, and I get it. And now Purism is picking up right where they left off, because they see that there's a future there. Who knows if they got it right, but there's definitely is a future, and I haven't tried Pure OS, but I do have to try it out now that they're really trying to hinge convergence onto it with their phone. What desktop environment do you use? GNOME, right? Where you can pick and choose. Let's bring it back down. See, I was trying to map like my oh, I gotta turn this way. I was trying to map the camera looking to like the L trigger button, the right trigger, but I guess I have to deal with the keyboard. So this is still super sensitive. I'm gonna have to see what's going on here. And I'm trying to learn how to be a good citizen. Well, what's the real benefit of EFI? Wasn't it some type of like secure boot type thing? Like implementation? Ooh, I'm gonna clip that. I'm gonna have to go with this route. Nope, still super sensitive. Oh, I'm gonna clip this thing. Oh, sorry, dude. Oh, man. I hope there's not a family in there. Hope that was some hipster in a Jeep. I'm curious about that little ball thing right there. I guess that's like a steering wheel sensitivity thing. But yeah, I just really wish people will stop going to GNOME for their default. Yes, Deb will be proud. Let's see here, options again. So this is, I can't really count this as like my real stream because things are so bad. I feel like this is the beta prophetic streams. It's so bad. I wonder if it doesn't matter my sensitivity setting because I'm using a joystick. It's like I definitely feel it. I feel a difference. It's still pretty strong. Look at this guy thinking he's all bigger and better than me because he has a cool slick black truck. My truck looks like it has like a lean to the right. Did I pop a tire or something? I don't see anything in the indicator, but oh my goodness, I still can't get this steering right. I promise, folks, I am not under any liquid influence. Oh, 6% damage. I don't know why my D-pad isn't working. Dude, I don't know, man. It's like I can't keep her straight. It's also because of the momentum of the truck, too. So let's see here. I might just have to call it a night because this is not working. You know? I'm not using a wheel. This is like the third time I try to change this. Oh, now you want to be sensitive. Let's get back in this truck. No, now. Oh. Wow. Now I lost my ability. Now this is just a. I know. I'm about to get. Colin over here is about to pull me over. So this is the beta stream, folks. Because I can't get this right. Dude. Steering left. See, my left click. Oh well. Look at this. I go back to keyboard only. This is like the weird thing that's going on here. My controls are just changing on me on the fly. Controller section. No gaming was found. Like, it's not found. Now it's detecting it. Then it. That's so weird. Steering access dead zone, whatever that's supposed to mean. Interesting. See, I'm not trying to use the joystick to steer. I want to use the D-pad, so I can't. It has to be key buttons. Now throttle up and down, steering left, right. Let's see. Okay, now you want to work. Thanks, Colin. Thanks for your moral support and making sure that I'm walking the straight and narrow path and not driving like a crazy person. Yeah, I'm gonna hear it from Zeb. I thought I told you to disable this, and I'm gonna look at the video when actually, to be fair, I didn't look at I watched the video live, but since I watched it live till now, it feels like so much has passed. I can't even remember too much, but I got the mouse issue figured. With like being able to click out with Alt Tab, that's easy enough. But so what's sweet with the little tips that Zeb gave me was that eventually, when I do a better job at streaming, it's still a little sensitive, but not too bad. That I'll be doing one of these, you know, just cycle through with some cool shots, you know, so that when the day comes when I do ram this truck down, I'll be able to do it from cool angles. But that's for another time. That's when I buy my own stuff and mod it. Right now I'm just getting some money for some jobs, playing the game according to the rules. And I wonder how often, when you're driving in New Mexico, or Arizona rather, do you see planes just flying like that, because that would be pretty rad. I would love to just be driving and just catching people in their planes. I think that's cool. You have the space for it, I guess. Yeah, this is what I need. I need to map the Xbox controller. Might be select. I think I'll do select for that. Start might be my my advisor view. Whoa, what's going on that side of the road? What's kind of cool about this is that when you're listening, you kind of hear the cars whizzing by on the left headphone, which is pretty realistic. It's a really nice touch of the gameplay, by making it super realistic. What car is that? Is that a Jeep? That's a truck. It's pulling something. That's cool, man. I like the little nuances, and variances in the cars, and they give you really good selection. I don't know. I think that my favorite view is inside. I don't know why. Oh crap. Just oh wait, no, not in that exit. I'm going on the other one. Get my braking game on. Making sure I don't like roll this bad boy. I think with the first like 20 miles when I first played this game, I rolled this thing so bad, and it was coming out of a turn like this. It's pretty bad. Yeah, this was like a easy enough gig. I think I might have did this gig before. See, I would love to. What I want to do next is map my right joystick on my. Oh crap! There we go. Map my right joystick on to do this. Just tap it, and go. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, it's alright. You can beep all you want. I ain't gonna change it, but what's up with this guy though? You still got room, guys. Jeez. Alright, cool. Oh, so that's what you're gonna do. You jerk. Freaking jerk. I'm about to just take this turn, man. No one is stopping for me, so. Is that a wall or is that a sidewalk I can just hop over? Oh, damn. Damn. Oh well. I was definitely losing patience on this one. Yeah, the keyboard and the controller issue was getting me grumpy. Well, that's one way to get to the to the drop off. I'm not having it today. I wonder why it didn't just let me drop it right there. Did I just go too far? Or too fast, rather? Let's play it safe. Okay. All right. Good. So as per Zeb's yeah. As per Zeb's instruction, trying to fill that up. Yeah, what's up, Joe? Yeah, I think Colin headed out. Australia. I don't know what time it is in Australia. But yeah, Joe, I got sucked in by Zeb. Got sucked in by EB. And I pulled the trigger and started doing this. I'm super noob, so I'm calling these the beta streams because it is not looking pretty sometimes, but it's still fun nonetheless. Joe, you gonna be on Biddle? You're on all of them actually, Joe. You're like on Toss. You're on DT stuff. We're on all the shows. I can only have time for one. I think that Biddle's the one for me. Oh, okay, bummer, man. But I hear ya. Duty calls. So Joe, do you game at all? Are you newer to this thing, I guess? Oh, for a while, so you've not, yeah. Yeah, this one, I just started doing this past like week and a half. And I don't see it slowing down anytime soon. I'm not a hardcore gamer. I used to be back in the day. Like Halo and Call of Duty. All those things. Street Fighter. That was my jam. Even like those old school wrestling games for like Nintendo 64. I used to wreck people in that game. So yeah. Let's see if steering left does anything. So it's registering. Yeah, it's true. Definitely gotta figure out the safest way to back up. I got Nextcloud, so I don't know if it's. I gotta make sure it points to that folder somehow or include that. So the thing with the controls, let's see. For some reason, keyboard and mouse steering. Let's see if that works on things. Throttle. No, yeah, no, it's not gonna. Brake, reverse. Yeah, no. Man, that stinks. Yeah, definitely. So you have what do you use to back up your stuff? Do you use rsync or Nextcloud or Dropbox? Because I need some tips myself. Not that I'm racking up all the experience points here. So there's two entries for keyboard and Afterglow gamepad for Xbox. Let's try the top one. Controller subtype. Steering access. Yeah, to remove the steering shifter layout, shifter positions. This is nice because the right joystick would just be like you throw it up and shifts up, throw it down, shifts down. That's pretty nice. Oh, okay. Time shift and then manual backups. Yeah, I gotta figure that one out. Alternate mouse cursor controller. See, that's what I... Trying to get to Cali, man. I want to drive to Cali. And you take me to Cali or what? I promise, guys, these streams will get better once I get a hang of all this stuff. They're all empty pallets. Sounds good to me. Nothing to break. After empty pallets. Oh man, I loved Halo. Rainbow Six was pretty good. I didn't get too into it, but so I got the camera here, nice. Oh snap, I didn't know you could do that. Okay, so weird enough, oddly enough. I got the joystick. No, I don't have a Discord channel, I'm not that serious with it. I'll probably hop on like Biddle maybe. Actually, let's see if Biddle's... Oh, that's my mouse right. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I use the keyboard. Yeah, these camera angles are pretty decent. See, guys, what I'm trying to do is have a nice flow when I'm driving. And that happens when I... Wow, this thing has a lot of pickup. What's up, bro? Yeah, that happens when I have a nice flow in the controllers. Yeah, that's true. Whoa, no. Oh, just pulled a Zeb. Just pulled a Zeb, folks. I know, Adam or somebody was trying to get people on the Biddle Discord going. I wonder if they're around. Let me see. Hey, what's up, guys? I don't know if I can hear them, but they can hear me. Oh, there it is. You guys are on the live stream. Hey, you guys, can you hear me okay? Breaker 19. So did I miss any fiery debates on Discord Friday night? Oh.
We were talking about we talked about a lot of things, I guess. Most entertaining of which I thought was the we had a conversation about like how we first got introduced to computing and stuff.
Ah, nice. Those are always fun.
I'm a developer and or a web developer.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Oh, yes.
Oh, snap. Discord is bumping.
Right?
Man, I've never seen this many people here since like last Saturday. No, like kind of how we got introduced to computing.
That's cool.
I was mentioning like the first program I wrote on my own of my own volition was after I took a class in high school or whatever. Like I was a freshman. I took a class in high school that was like computer programming combined with like digital media stuff. And we learned basic in that class, and I thought all basics were the same thing essentially. So I went home and downloaded one that was called Liberty Basic, which just the site just so happens to still be up, and it's very Web 1.0, and hilarious.
Wow.
But anyway, I wrote some programs in that. This is the same.
And there's some crazy websites that are still around, even though like there's no reason for them to be.
Like incited my passion for development.
Oh, I think I got Joe. Is that you on the echo or me?
I think it might be me. Hang on. I think I have to shut this down. Okay.
And-
I forgot to turn off the YouTube.
Oh yeah,
Got it now. We're squared away.
yeah. So Joe just found out that I'm doing live streaming of my gaming on American Truck Simulator, and I'm calling it like the beta series because it's so. I should call it maybe alpha because I'm so noob at this thing. It's like the most horrible thing to watch.
And streaming the game.
Yeah, the American Truck Simulator. It's like a little out of nowhere addiction of mine.
Yeah, but you know what? EB, when he started, he couldn't back up to save his soul. It was-
Oh yeah,
Don't feel bad. Everybody starts somewhere.
yeah. I think I might have to watch those videos out of as inspiration.
Yeah, that's how most people drive, anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
I had something pop up in my Google feed. I might have to go back and look for it, but there was like a story going around the internet for a while. This guy with a tandem trailer that backed it up like first try to a like loading dock or something like that, no problem.
Nice.
And like the internet was just like completely shocked at it. But this guy was like, I don't know, really experienced truck drivers.
Yeah, my father-in-law used to be a truck driver, and it's tough job. Definitely tough job.
Well, even the stream too, just giving you my observation, comparing like to Zav, and it doesn't seem quite as fluid.
Oh yeah, no, I'm whirling on garbage
You know,
hardware.
setting- Yeah, you okay? Because I just say otherwise you'd have to get your settings straightened out. I don't know what kind of machine you're on.
Yeah, and that's a danger about like these gaming and streaming is like you want to provide a decent experience for people who are watching, but then the danger with that is like do I want to drop the money? That's
But it's not horrible. I mean, it's
okay. That's good enough.
horrible. It's not like it's stuttering, but you can tell it's just not. as
Yeah.
fluid.
Yeah.
So,
Well, maybe I could try to like beef it up a little bit, you know, by the settings. I don't remember I don't think I remember changing the settings. This was like default, and I know Steam and a lot of the games have really good automatic configurations where they go sense what you're running and then adapt. But I gotta see. Maybe I could push it a little bit more.
well, I personally I don't know
streaming,
enough about that stuff because I don't stream. I don't know what if there's settings in OBS and all that stuff and whatever else. So those guys would be the ones that has to know.
For streaming, I guess I would much rather have a high frame rate as it would details or whatever.
Yeah.
It's important for people to like see what you're doing as you're doing it, as opposed to seeing the game at the highest fidelity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With your steering, I noticed, and that's a common mistake to make too, and I still to this day sometimes do if you're distracted, is you can oversteer real easy with it.
Oh yeah.
On you right now. So just kind of get used to tapping. So if you could tap it one way or the other, I'm not talking about not even necessarily maybe even holding your finger on the button of the controller, the joystick. I would tap it from the side one way or the other. Whatever's comfortable for you. But you'll get used. Again, that stuff you'll all get used to.
And I think your mic is low, man.
Mine?
No, Adam's.
Oh, Adams, yeah. Or is it Kevin?
Where, Kevin? Which one? I'm sorry. I'm trying to look through the Discord. I can't find my Discord window.
It's probably me. I mean, I got my thing turned all the way up. I don't know.
Yeah, you're not bad. It's slightly low. It's not horrible. The one thing I got to ask you, Prophetic, are you on Kubuntu? Seriously? Really?
Yeah.
Hey, the puppy guy. I caught you.
Oh yeah, totally.
That's all right.
I used that for like 2 years and it was great.
That dude's pretty good.
Oh, I'm just giving him a hard time because every time.
I'm the puppy advocate.
puppy.
Well, I mean, Puppy's a really good lightweight distro. Like,
It is, yeah.
there's not enough people that look at it, but like, I don't know.
The funny thing is,
It's minimal. I mean, I'll give it, like, I'll say that about it. Like, some
It
people probably
runs
won't
really well, but
like
it's.
it, so that,
I've never thought it was the easiest thing to install. I'm sorry, there must be a delay because I feel like I'm talking over something. I apologize if I'm doing that. Let me check something real quick.
I'm sorry, Kevin, not Adam. My bad. Kevin, yeah, your mic seemed like a little low, but it could be also because I have the American Truck Simulator guitar riffs in my ear as well.
I mean, it's probably partly that, but also I'm just like naturally talk quietly.
Oh, okay.
So that doesn't help.
Got it.
Yeah, I had to adjust the setting on here. Sorry, guys, if I was talking over anybody.
No, it's all good. So, Joe, you got a big weekend this weekend with family, you said?
Well,
Hopefully,
Yeah,
good
what it is,
stuff.
my son's girlfriend's 30th birthday down. We're going down to Illinois, which is south of us here. For I haven't been there since I think I was probably late teens, maybe early 20s to medieval times. Because she loves Vikings, so we're going for that themed dinner show
Oh
and stuff
wow.
like that. And
Man,
then
Illinois is south of me. Where are you from, man?
Wisconsin.
I'm from
Oh crap.
Wisconsin. I
Really?
live in Wisconsin. I'm in Madison.
Man, you guys are
You're
like
35
taking
miles
over.
north of me. I'm in Janesville.
Oh, you're south of me. Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
I
well,
got
small.
a buddy that lives down there.
Oh.
Yeah, I
I'm
think.
originally from
He works up
Chicago,
north.
so.
Yeah,
But I've been here 30 years. Gonna be 31 years pretty soon.
nice.
Lubuntu
And
dev.
Sunday I gotta help my daughter with some stuff, so it's a busier weekend than normal. So
Yeah, there's something
we
about
should
this
be
game.
back early enough for the Biddle show in the evening, but I don't know if I'll still make it or not. It depends on what we got going. They might still want to do stuff after that, whatever. So
Yeah.
I can't commit to anything right
Now when they. Okay, yeah.
now. Kevin, have you jumped in on the Biddle stuff at all? I don't recognize it.
Maybe stepped away.
Yeah, mine.
Sorry. I have a hardware meeting on my headset and I sometimes forget that it's
Mm.
I don't know. I watch Biddle at least the past like few weeks I have or whatever since I joined or whatever. But I'm not too keen on like being on there and discussing stuff. I guess.
Oh no. The little chats we had, I think you'll fit right in, buddy.
I'm sure I would. I just like I don't know.
Yeah, I get it.
I have a lot of opinions, and in casual conversation, usually suppress that pretty well.
Yeah.
I don't want to open up the opportunity for me to get on a soapbox, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Start getting all radical. Because
Yeah, that's
take.
the one thing. I mean, they try to keep it, family friendly and as civil as possible. And yeah, we get, everybody gets into their opinions at some level, or whatever. And there's a lot of razzing going on, but actually, that's what makes it a lot of fun too. So.
Yeah. Also, like I really I respect what Rocco and everybody's doing as far as like trying to keep the show family friendly. And I'm a pretty passionate person, and when I get like I don't know. When I get to talking about something that I'm passionate about, it's like hard for me to restrain myself a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't wanna put that on you guys. So.
Yeah, and then Rocco will have to edit with like bleeps here and there. I tell you what, Liberty Basic is the best mother effing
I don't think
bleepity bleeping.
catch me saying that.
Like, whoa, Kevin. You understand you're passionate about Liberty Basic, but man, take it easy, all right?
But it all started out basically as him doing a live stream one night, and he says, "Hey, anybody wants to jump in?" And he posted a link, and then it just kind of took new legs from there, and that's how this whole thing came about. So, and that was over a year ago, well over a year ago.
I mean, like I don't know. Like I like the blog idea that you had with it. Like I would
Yeah.
consider writing something like that because I really like writing. So,
Yeah, me too. I wish I had more time for it though, but what would if you had to write a blog for the website like within the week or two, what would your first topic be?
Hey guys, I'll be right back. I think somebody's at the door here.
Okay.
And all the dog's sitting too, so they might be coming home now. I'll be back in a little bit.
All right. That was code. He had to go to the bathroom.
well, I don't know. I think if I had to write one, I'd probably try to write something on like navigating the like Linux community. I guess.
That's a good one.
Like like finding helpful places to like actually get advice and stuff like
That is a good one.
not just getting
Oh crap.
completely shut out or whatever.
I just
Not getting RTFM.
yeah. Now, that's a good one because there's a lot of Linux communities out there, but like it's hard to find the right one for you. You know, like that's like everyone is going to have they have to navigate, like you said, like navigate that because not every group is going to be great for fit. So they have to find the one that's good fit. I know Biddle, Destination Linux, those guys are something I've really appreciated. That would be a good one.
Yeah, for sure. One of the things that like I guess like even as somebody like I feel like I know Linux relatively well, at least what it's trying to do most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like I understand it pretty well, but like talking with folks in here, like it's pretty refreshing to see like some like non-technical users
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Like to see people that are using Linux like a quote-unquote normal person would use Linux. And
Yeah.
like a super technical like developer or like sysadmin or somebody else would use Linux. And to me, that's like that's what Linux needs more, I guess.
I agree.
Is those types of people,
I totally agree.
not super technical people
Totally agree.
because if you can get those type of people using Linux, like that's when people actually start packaging software for for all the different distributions and stuff to try to get it in the hands of those people and whatnot.
That's very true. No, I think I agree. It needs more of it. Thankfully, I think it's growing. But yeah, we've still got a long ways to go. Oh, look who's here. Zeb's here, at least on the live stream on YouTube. Zeb, I think you'd be proud. I bashed in a couple cars and was taking more liberties with my truck and the physics behind being a huge truck and just ramming people out my way. Whoops, just like that.
Balls.
Yeah. Gimpy, what's up, Gimpy? If you hear me talking to someone, it's because I'm also on a Discord thing too, guys. On Biddle. I learned from the best, Zeb. Just like that, missing big turns. What's up, Gimpy? I kind of want to ask you, Gimpy Sticks, how you got your screen name, but I'm kind of worried too, asking you about it. Nope. I'm gonna chab out and play it safe. Sorry if I let you guys down with the parking job here. Oh, that's the thing. I gotta. Oh, that's right. I barely see the icon. I was telling this to Colin earlier too on this stream. I have a hard time like matching the name and the face and the real name, the handle, and the face. But I think the little picture I see. That would be cool.
They do have a multiplayer version.
Yeah, on Windows only though, right?
It is Windows only, yeah. How's it going, Prophetic?
What's up, man? How you doing?
okay.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad for a Friday night.
Not at all.
So Zeb, if, I might have to cut like the first 15 minutes of this stream because once it goes to like recording and on YouTube, because like the first 15 I was like tweaking with my controller and I kind of lost track of my time because it was pretty bad me trying to figure out what to. I don't know what it is about MX, but for whatever reason it was still a little tricky, but I'm definitely getting there. So actually, Zeb, now that you're here, whoa, Acid Disciples here too. Welcome to the stream, brother. What up? So weird thing with this, when you disable the Xbox controller from as like a mouse, do you do that in Steam or you do that in MX or do you do that in the actual game only? And by the way, guys, I'm kind of new on Steam, so eventually I'd love to get you guys connected on Steam. So I use my same handle, Prophetic777. Yeah. So Zeb, I remember you saying that I have to disable the Xbox controller as a mouse once. Do I do that in Steam or do I do that in the game only? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Hey man, that's awesome that you're down like that, Gimpy. All right. So yeah, this is this episode of the alpha streaming is brought to you by Prophetic and trying to freaking figure out what's going on. So I'm gonna quit it and then see what I can do. So you notice my Kubuntu setup. Not really Kubuntu, it's really MX 18.1.
For the record, it wasn't code. I had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Yeah, like, that's a very long way to say he has to use the toilet, but.
By the way, Kevin, if you're still here, they were up in Madison actually with my son-in-law and daughter and for some friend's birthday up there. Yeah, I tend to dog sit a lot. I get a lot of time on my hands lately, so they've got this. She's got this really cool coonhound, and I love having them since I lost my dog. So did you stop your stream?
Yeah, I wanted to try to follow Zeb's instructions on disabling the Xbox controller as a mouse pad, because sometimes I'll press a random button and then my camera angle will just float up like I'm tripping out, looking to the sky. So Gimpy Sticks, do you also play American Truck Simulator?
Well, Zeb's in here now too, I see.
Well, oh yeah, he is on the stream too. Yeah, yeah. On the Biddle. I hope it's okay for me to use the stream like this. I'm on Biddle's.
Oh, he doesn't.
So Zeb, this is what's kind of weird. Okay, now it wants to play nice. Zeb, when I was doing this earlier in the stream, you wouldn't believe like the nonsense I was getting. It wasn't even picking up my directional pad. Now it is. So thanks to you again, sir.
I don't know if he's on his mic or not.
Yeah, he's also on the YouTube chat.
I don't know where you guys are at. I mean, it closed out. I came back in and the window was closed.
Yeah, I noticed that too on mine. I had to like restart it, but then it reappeared. Then Discord was like, okay, I can see it.
Oh, you're still streaming then, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just reopened it. It's fine.
So I like having the air horn as my Xbox button. So yeah, I think eventually I will do Euro because the landscapes look gorgeous. But I definitely want to get to know New Mexico and Cali, do some driving there. But eventually, definitely Euro is going to have to be on my list. Don't tell my wife that. No.
Yeah, it's got to be what? It's 6 o'clock in the morning for Zeb right now.
Yeah, no, he's a beast, man. He is a beast.
I gotta get multiple monitors back here again. I missed that.
Dude, I love it. I can't even imagine going like not having multi-monitors.
I didn't think I'd ever be without them once I got this widescreen, but I really could use them again, even with the widescreen. Oh, I saw his. Zeb, you here?
Yeah, Zeb always has to fight with Discord.
Yeah, I saw his icon light up, but I didn't hear anything. Well, and me too, as soon as I turn it on, they're static, and then I have to click the settings around back and forth, and then it goes away right away. Before, it never used to even go away right away, but I gotta watch Das Geek, I gotta watch Ryan's, apparently he posted a video on a fix.
Oh yeah, I saw that. But he was doing more so on like I think specific hardware.
Yeah, like a mixing board or something, like an audio interface.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but I did want to see the rest of it because my church we do live streaming, and we do get some hissing. And then when my dad preaches and he uses the wireless headpiece, he gets even like a fluttering static, and that's kind of like we can't, you know. So Zeb, how do I get to Cali, man? I want to drive in Cali with all the cool hipsters and give them all their organic vegetables. How do I do that?
I think that's eventually gonna have to be
When I get my own truck?
possibly, yeah, when you get your own truck. He'll know the answer for sure, but I can't remember when it switched over for me.
And I can go into Mexico too, right?
Yeah.
Not New Mexico, but Mexico itself, eventually? Or I have to buy that map or something.
You know, if I fire mine up, I'll lose you. No, I won't lose you, but I will be able to see it. Can't remember all what I have from
So-
maps.
And sorry, Kevin, if I'm like running the topic here on Biddle chat. Like, and if you want to talk about something else, we can go right ahead. I'm just trying to get my configurations right and tapping into everyone's.
Yeah, we kind of jumped in here and took over.
Sorry, buddy.
Oh,
But
we're glad to have people.
But Judd, and I think you were away when Kevin was saying that his first blog post, if he ever wrote something for the community blog, would be navigating the community and finding like a right community, like what to avoid, how to find a good fit for a Linux community for the user. I was like, that's a great topic.
Yeah, I would normally say.
Ooh, blue truck.
almost any movie would be
These two trucks
good,
look
but
bad.
that's not necessarily true, and the reason why I say that is because I belong to some pages, Linux user groups and stuff on Facebook,
Mm.
and unfortunately, you get a lot of guys or guys and gals that really want to help or need help, and then you get some that they ask, because somebody has a serious issue or whatever, and they're panicking, and you can tell, and they're asking a question, and you get the smart Alex with the memes and the sarcastic comments, and that's not what it's about, So, and usually, sometimes the admins will jump in and correct it like they should do, but so in that case, yeah, it's not a blanket answer to say that most are good, but I do think most really are for the most part. But that would be an excellent, excellent topic, I think, to talk about.
Not about the meme? Oh man, I'm in the wrong place.
It can be about the memes as long as they're good natured and fun
And accurate.
and depressing memes.
But you know yourself, if you're in kind of a fit of panic because something broke and you're going, please help, and then somebody's being, you could tell, and it's not a matter of just the memes being a meme. It's a meme being kind of on the nasty side, kind of just, when somebody needs help, they don't want to hear joking around. Let's put it that way, I guess. They want to help. I guess that was the point I was getting to. But for the most part, I'd say 95% of the time, people are cool about it. Every once in a while, you get somebody that's, But I will say this: when somebody gets out of line, they jump all over. I mean, really out of line. They jump all over. What are you doing here? Get out. Whatever. So, that kind of thing.
Acid Disciple said that YouTube communities helped him find other communities, which I think that's very true too. YouTube, like going different platforms, can help.
I think YouTube is good as far as like user engagement goes for Linux, but I have serious concerns about the knowledge that's spread on YouTube, I guess.
Oh yeah.
What's the most recent like egregious example that's fired you up recently? Where there's too many to.
It's around like reviewing or talking about certain technologies and not completely understanding them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I might be I'm probably in the minority because I deal with like containerization technologies like as a developer and stuff. But like listening to some people talk about snaps, like they get a lot of things wrong. Like it's kind of sad that I don't know. Like I've heard some things before about snaps that are just like completely untrue, and like people like they cause people to have security concerns about snaps and stuff like that. It's like just it's all FUD, man. Like
Yeah. And it's not that this information isn't out there. I mean, like, even if they want to just stick to YouTube, Popey's done amazing videos describing like how snaps work, how to make snaps, and all that. The information's there. It's just people latch on to the first clickbait title they see and they just run with it.
and they moreover a lot of the time they subscribe to that person, and so they take their word as law basically. Like,
Yeah.
But you know what? I
think
in
in order
sorry.
to get like a good impression of like what Linux is when you first start, you need to branch out, and like you can't
Yeah, and you know, there's truth to that. The thing is, we've all, and even myself, you know, you see a title or whatever, you read the article, and it still comes down to interpretation of what's being said too, and understanding it. And sometimes, you know, and I've been guilty of it myself, you start thinking, well, you know, if that's where they're going with it or whatever. And we always hear the rumor mill that snaps are, you know, they're risky because they're not really, or, you know, you got to rely on the person that maintains it versus, you know, the way things have been, like everybody's used to with the package managers and stuff. But you know, when you listen to what Alan Pope has to say, it sounds
Well, I
like
mean,
everybody's really wet behind the ears with that one, you know. So
when like what you just said though, like so you like people have security concerns about snaps, and I find that exceptionally hilarious
right,
because
They have
like
PPAs too.
the snap right, like the same people, you know, install stuff from PPAs on a daily basis, or you know, they use their, you know, their AUR helper to install packages on the daily from the AUR and stuff like that, and they think that's somehow different from, you know, installing a snap or something like that, where the snap store is curated, like, you know,
To some degree, yeah.
controls that, and like they have a security team that reviews new packages. I mean, to what degree is, you know, open to interpretation, I guess, but like they do review packages to make sure that, you know, they're not doing anything completely outlandish, and somehow that translates on YouTube to people saying that because Canonical controls it, and because this is like, to them, a third-party source, that is somehow distinctly worse than any other third-party source. It just kind of makes me laugh. Like,
well, and the thing is, for me, you're a developer, so you're going to understand it better. I'm not, but to me, I try not to get overindulged in a conversation like that of something that I really don't have the firsthand knowledge about, but I try to make hopefully what would be at least informed decisions or opinions based on what I'm being told or learning. And sometimes those opinions that we're hearing are not correct, so then we form the wrong opinion because we don't know.
See you, Zeb.
But to me, I look at it, if something works, yeah, we're all worried about security and whatever, but I trust, you know, a guy like Alan and other developers immensely. So, and I'm going to take what they say over probably anybody else because obviously that's what he does, you know.
Yeah, that's the frustrating part is YouTube itself, like, algorithmically favors sensationalism.
Oh, that's so true. Yeah.
Favors
Well,
the
that's
knee-jerk
everything.
reaction.
oh yeah,
And so, you know, a video, you know, if somebody who's maybe not super into the whole thing, you know, they're not super into Linux or whatever, you know, they maybe watched a few Linux videos on YouTube, suddenly in their recommended, it's like, you know, oh, SJWs are ruining Linux, or, you know, snaps are insecure, or any of these, like, sensationalist things, right? And that's what they start to form because they're like, that's what's shoved in their face. Meanwhile, like, you know, I made a video on how to get FreeSync working on AMD. I got like 70-something views, and that's a lot for me. But, you know, that video is hardly even seen, right? Like,
Yeah.
videos that actually, you know, the technical talks and, you know, the actual, like, the valid information is buried underneath blog spam, basically.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
that's a good point.
Instead, you get like top 10 Linux distributions that you should use right now.
Yeah.
Regurgitated every 6 months.
For 2019, it's like it's February, guys.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing too is I just said it tonight as a matter of fact. You know, we had Toss was on or whatever, and then there was a after show just chatting a little bit. But I said, you know, to me, I get the point where everybody says Mint is, you know, it's probably the easiest to transition from Windows, and it's really a great one for new users. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not a brand new user with this, and I think Mint's you know, it works really well for what I want and what I want to do with it.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't like it for whatever reason. I don't care for the fact that they're always behind the game with all that stuff, but I want something that works pretty stable. I was on Mate for quite a long time, you know, and I just felt like it was time for a switch, and I heard that, you know, 19.1 did some really nice changeovers, and honestly, it's running like a dream on here. So, you know, to me, to brand this as just for new users, I don't think it's fair either. You know. But
What's
everybody's got their reasons for
what's
what they like and don't
the
like.
biggest issue with Linux Mint? Like I heard, I mean, they had a security blip with their downloads, the ISO downloads, but aside, and I know there's something with packaging and security with that. Like, what's the official crime that they make besides opinion stuff? Like, oh, I don't like how they, theme this, and fork those apps.
But that package thing, I think that it was long since resolved right away. And the same thing with the downloads. The downloads was them being stupid with their website. They had a weak password, is what I understand it to be.
Mm.
You know, so, I mean, yeah, did they do a couple of dumb things? Yeah, but, the reality of it is now there's, I understand. Matter of fact, Michael Tonelli did a video a couple of weeks ago, whenever it was, about some malware right now that's out there. It's since been patched, of course, but for the Apache server and stuff. So,
Yeah.
The more this grows, the target. It's not.
Yeah.
I'm saying, but the more this grows, the target's going to get bigger.
The negative sticks too. The negative news sticks
That's
for a
also
long
what
time.
it is that these things happened in the past, and because of said blog spam and such, that's what people get in their minds. And a lot of people, their first impression of Mint is that, oh look, I've heard of Linux Mint, and then they search Linux Mint, and they see even if it's old, like a lot of people don't pay attention to when things were posted or
Yep.
when the Google search says. They're just like, oh, Linux Mint security issues. Oh, Linux Mint's ISO was hacked or whatever. Like, I don't want a part of that.
It's no different. It's no different than talking to like your grandma or grandpa and being like, hey, we should buy this thing. Like, we should buy this thing for you on eBay. And they're like, yeah, you shouldn't buy things on the internet because they'll steal your credit card. Like,
Yeah.
And
then your grandma, who's like an advanced Linux user, says, "Read the effing manual." I'm like, "Whoa, grandma, chill. Okay,
Yeah.
get it."
Well, the other
Until I granny.
The other thing too is it's all perception. When you hear, and I will say this, and I've told Carm this, on and off the air, I said, talking about the 2% of the marketplace that Linux has
Yeah.
is not what you want to focus on. That's 2% of, if that 2% number is even true, which I think it's still probably a little bit more than that now, that's the desktop. That's not Linux as a whole. And if you look at Linux as a whole and what it's really involved in, they've got a huge market share. But nobody ever talks about that because all we're talking about is the desktop.
Yeah. Acid Disciple on the YouTube live stream said it's a superiority complex that some Linux users have with, like, I use something more complicated, therefore it's better, therefore I'm better. So I can see some of that happening. I think that's starting to break though, but that's still there.
I don't know. I was in like a Fedora Discord earlier, and that sentiment is alive and well.
Bummer. That's what happens when I try to be positive.
Well, and the other thing too, I've said in the past, and I think Adam, you may have even said the same thing too, because we had that conversation on Biddle a couple times. Is yeah, you need to talk through the problems in order to get them fixed, but at the same token, there needs to be more focus on the positive of these distros and what you're able to get out of them, what they're doing. And the best thing Microsoft can keep doing is what they're doing. And and I'm not talking about encompassing Linux, because I still have my reservations about all of that, but the fact that they keep breaking people's systems or interrupting their life,
Yeah.
workflows or whatever, I think that's all stuff that's going to drive people over here.
No, it's gonna drive people to an iPad or a Mac. It's not gonna drive people to desktop Linux. Desktop Linux.
For very few, it will, but mostly you're right. Mostly will go Mac before they go Linux. Although there is a growing. I think there's a grow. I think our onboarding of like new Linux users is getting better with Elementary, with Linux Mint. But yeah, it's always going to be Mac first before Linux. But there's going to be few.
But see why I don't necessarily agree with that 100%. Yeah, there's going to be some that are going to go over there too, but the price tag.
Yeah.
Apple is going to tend to keep them
That's true.
away as well too. So
that's true.
The ones who don't care about maybe spending the money or whatever, yeah, they're going to go. But you get somebody who, whether it's, I don't want to just say it's the mom and pops or grandpas or whatever, it's, people are still price conscious, and if they know they can get the same cost of a PC and save the $100 of Windows, and whether they save the $100 or not, but buy something comparable that would still work, that's why it's up to us and anybody else to just educate them. And what I mean by educate them is show them these things, show them the systems, get them out in the home shows or wherever you got to get them, or on YouTube or however you do this, and walk them through the paces. But you know how it is when you could touch and feel something, you're going to be more apt to want to try it.
That's the hard thing though, because like you can't go to a Linux store and try it, and that's what. I mean, I think we'll see more of the older generation like trying to make that switch, because I have a friend in our who has a radio station, like a community one, and he switched to actually I think Linux Mint for some of his machines in his studio, and one of the main reasons was because the Windows, and then he couldn't do the price of Mac. So it's right up your theory.
Well, what's really sickening about Apple is they're spending how much more money for those systems, and they still have their architecture is 3 and 4 years old.
Oh yeah.
What?
Most of Apple's hardware,
they're slow to upgrade some of their stuff, like
right.
their CPUs.
Like their new machines? I don't think that's true.
I would argue that Apple is not as slow to update their hardware as some Linux users.
No, that's true.
Right, okay, you turn around and you charge $600 for RAM that you could buy for $300.
I remember hearing that the
50.
what happened.
That doesn't help either.
Man, I'm wrecking this turn. That for the iPad Pro, the MacBook Pros, like the last generation, they were pissed because they used like 1 or 2 generation ago's I forget what it was, what part of the computer, but people were really pissed. Like they're slowing, instead of coming out with the latest and greatest, they're choosing to opt for older.
So the current MacBook Pros, the 15 inches have the option of 6-core i7s or i9s, which are 8th gen 6-core i7s, i9s, and their graphics cards are big.
Right, they're starting to bring out some new lines now, but that hadn't been the case up until last year.
They were running the Radeon Pro cards. I believe they were 560 and 555. So they're not the highest end models. They're recent. They're current.
It might have been that one model then. That 1 year they
do
like.
They do have like entry level Mac Pros, the 13 inches that are the dual core 7th gen stuff, but that's to reduce cost. And they put the 8th gen quad cores into the touch bar Mac. So there are older options available, but that's not to say that their entire line is behind.
I stand corrected then.
But the reality of it is they still even their hardware now you can't upgrade anything because they're soldering everything in too.
Correct.
And then when they do force you to do an upgrade at time of purchase, you're spending through the nose to get it. And
you say that as if the PC market isn't doing the same thing.
They're not. I built every year I built. There's no.
So if you purchase like high-end ultrabooks, you will find the RAM is soldered on.
XPS 13s, right?
Yeah, the RAM is soldered on there. You cannot upgrade the RAM. You may be able to change out an SSD. Yeah, that's what I'm talking. Well,
I mean,
primarily
maybe
Macs
true.
are.
Okay, I don't buy Ultrabooks, so I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
but any
HP
laptops
speaker,
I bought, I made
Lenovo
sure I could
Yoga,
upgrade.
like all that stuff is
Yeah.
basically the same.
Correct. And even like a Surface Book or a Surface Pro, those you can't even open without destroying the unit.
Yeah, and you're right that when you say that there are certain units like that are, but
Overall, though,
Dell or Lenovo or whatever, most of those can be worked on. You know. Now,
Yeah.
will that change in the future? Who knows?
And
I did say Lenovo Yoga.
yeah. So like a ThinkPad or something, yeah, those are generally more workable, but they're not all. If you buy like a T480S, I believe the memory in that thing is soldered, but like a T480 is not.
interesting.
And X1 carbons are also soldered. So,
Yeah.
there are even ThinkPads that are non-upgradable.
Like that seems like it's a difference between like enterprise grade and consumer grade hardware in a lot of cases. Like
Correct.
enterprise
Welcome back, Zeb.
hardware, because of how long you have to support it for, like they typically make it upgradable in one way or another.
Yeah, because they buy it for years down the line.
Yeah, versus like consumer hardware, which they solder it because it's got a shorter expected lifespan.
Okay.
I kind of had that conversation with my dad recently when he was looking for a new machine, and I was like trying to steer him towards a T-series like Lenovo laptop or whatever, and he was pretty insistent on an Ultrabook of some sort, which I mean it's fine for him probably, but I would like the ability to upgrade beyond something like that, I guess. So I'd probably lean toward
Yeah.
some sort of enterprise grade hardware or something.
And there are upgradable Ultrabook class devices like the XPS 15 has upgradable memory, upgradable disk drives, all that. Obviously, gaming laptops are upgradable in many ways. I mean, there are devices that are upgradable, and that's those do exist. But when you're talking about competing with Apple, they're doing the same thing. And it's not just a matter of like, well, we don't want people to make we want people to buy new stuff all the time. It's also a matter of cost because it costs more to source the chips and onto the cards and put in DIMM slots and things like that than it does just to source the actual DRAM chips and solder them directly to the board. There's also
Honestly, it probably costs more just to have a worker or a robot plug the memory in.
Correct,
In
yeah.
case that it's interchangeable as it would be the solder onto the board.
instead of just coming on the board, yeah. And there's also electrical and performance reasons why you would want to put the RAM directly on the board as well. So it's also a lower chance of failure, so you get better yields on your product. There's a lot of reasons to solder these things to the device. It's not just a matter of, some corporate conspiracy to get you to buy more stuff.
I don't know.
I guess that's something we could agree to disagree on because Apple is all about money. I mean, that's why they got
That's
200
any company.
overseas.
That's all companies.
If I have a good conspiracy to believe in, I'm going to choose a conspiracy. But that's just me. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I mean, any company wants you to spend money. Like, none of them have your best interest in mind. They're all just there to grow bigger and bigger. But
System 76 is a company. Do they?
they don't want to grow bigger and bigger.
At the cost of doing shady things? I don't know. I think they have some ethical practices.
I don't know if you've priced out any of the machines recently, but it's pretty impressive how expensive they get.
But you know what's impressive?
Hardware that you get.
What's impressive is that they do that while being American made, paying American factory workers, whereas
But
Apple.
The only reason their pricing is what it is because of how they stand behind their product. Too.
Support behind it, yeah, that's true. So I think there's a ethical way to get into our wallets.
Right.
It's hard, don't get me wrong.
Well, look at
Easier
the
said than done.
systems. You buy a system from them, you're paying extraordinary prices for them, but your machine goes bad 5 years down the road, you're getting a different machine.
Well,
You know?
I guess what I was gonna say is like, so my last gaming PC that I bought from Digital Storm, and they make some pretty awesome stuff. And I've been pretty happy with them, so much so that I'm probably gonna buy my next machine. But like they like it. I don't think that what System 76 offers in the way of like workstation or like performance PCs even comes close to what I bought them, I guess. And like the price difference was literally like $1,000 when I was comparing specs. And I mean, the difference was not really anything, because I got the machine that I wanted with the specs that I wanted. If I would have gone with, you know, like a System 76 thing or whatever, granted, I think at the time they were all laptops, to be fair. They didn't have the workstation line that they have out.
Oh, that must have been a long time ago then, right?
It was. But, like, I mean, even comparing the prices now, though, like, it seems like there's several $100s of difference between the two.
Yeah.
And, like, if I go with Digital Storm, I get, like a 3-year warranty or something like that on, like, parts and labor. And, like, no questions asked. Like, I can just send it back, and they'll, like, fix whatever's wrong with it, or, you know, or replace it, basically. And, like...
Well, and here's the thing to think about too, which is what frustrates me about a lot of these computer manufacturers or whatever, that the proprietary ones, whether it's Dell or Lenovo or any of them, they give you a 1-year warranty, which is, yeah, that's pretty typical in most places. But when you're talking about a computer, let's say that use a desktop as a perfect example, the majority of those parts that are in there have longer than 1-year warranties anyway. So when they're charging you for a 3-year warranty, an extended warranty on something, you're paying for something that they already get for free. As an example, like the systems I build, most of my motherboards are at least 3 years. There are some that are 2, but most all of them are always 3 years.
Really? I thought they were all 1 year.
I've got in here that are 6 years. I've got fans in here that are 6 years. I've got RAM that's lifetime, as long as the RAM's still being made. Because that's the other thing too. Lifetime doesn't always mean lifetime. It's lifetime for as long as available. But the point is you're paying for these extended warranties when in fact those parts are already covered by the manufacturers like that. But most people don't know that. So that's pure profit for them.
And a quick shout out to Zebrook.
But like, I'll just say that, like, I mean, then I have to replace that stuff versus I could just send my entire PC and be like, hey, fix it, and they let me.
And I get that. There's a convenience to that. Yeah. But see, I build all my own stuff. Well, I build for other people too, but I build my own stuff. So, but I get it. Yeah. So there is a trade-off with that. It's like, do I want to go and hire a guy who knows what he does if he does it in hours? 3. Yeah. So.
Wanted to do a quick shout out to Zeb, who, yeah, with his tips combined, and once I got it going, really got my Xbox controller set up the way I really feel comfortable driving way more.
You need to stay in the truck though. I see you driving from outside because that's the way the old video games used to be.
I was saying, like, it'd be cool if this had like a GTA-esque element to it. Not that it had to be super violent, but
Well, that's pretty much what yeah, you're not getting out and shooting people, but that's pretty much what he does when he turns all the mods on and turns off all the other, the trap fences and all that stuff. You shut all that off, you can do just about anything with this done.
Yeah. Yeah, because now I got the settings set up where I could switch the cameras really easily, just a real quick press, and get some good shots for the stream. And then if I need to turn, got the top R1 and R2, or left 1, R2 buttons going. But I just want to give a quick shout out because now it's already enjoyable to play this game, but now it's even that much more enjoyable when you feel like way more comfortable with the controls.
I will say that's the one thing I enjoy about the widescreen when I'm playing American Truck is
That must be nice. Yeah,
you feel like you're looking through a windshield.
that is cool.
I ended up giving my ultra wide, I had like a 1440p ultra wide, to my roommate, and I bought 2 4K monitors.
How's that been?
With that choice.
You happy with it? You
That's
said?
great. Yeah, very happy with it.
Oh, okay. I know high DPI support's kind of hit or miss with certain distros, and they're still working that out.
Yeah.
Man, I find as long as you have displays that are the same size, it's like not that bad. If you have off-size monitors,
Yeah.
like you got
Mixed
one that's
DPI is a mess.
1440
Yeah.
and one that's 4K, like you're gonna have problems. As long as you're consistent with your display choices, like it's not that bad.
Yeah, these are 2 identical displays, so. As far as like scaling goes, when I was on NVIDIA, the only real option I had for good scaling was on Plasma. That was because I could alter the font DPI, and that would actually resize the controls along with it. So that actually worked out pretty well. Now that I'm on AMD, I find that the 150% scaling on GNOME under Wayland is much better, much clearer. The fonts on Plasma could get a little fuzzy at times, but on GNOME it's super clear, super crisp.
Yeah, I have to admit, even Mint has been really good with it. EB is streaming now too. I see it just popped up.
That means I better shut my thing down then.
Why?
I want to catch his stuff too.
Oh, okay.
Not right now. I'm about to finish this job now.
Yeah, I thought the ultra wide was great for games though. Like when I play like Forza Horizon or something on Windows, like it was having like 21 by 9 like view of the game was really.
Yeah, I was almost tempted to buy another 43 inch, and I thought, God, I don't want to be cracking my neck to look up.
Yeah, that'd be kind of big, yeah.
But, well, I wouldn't make the whole screen. I would keep it down, lower half or whatever. But still, the point, it's like, man, even looking at, because I thought, it would be like having 4 22-inch monitors if I divided it up. But then it's like, because the whole idea was, the reason I did this too. I've always had 3 monitors, and now I'm down to this one. But I miss it when I can't have something going on the side or whatever. Even if I have one help, I was trying to keep heat down in this room too. Although these don't seem to put out as much heat as the older monitors do. But I've got, when I have both my PCs running in here, and then it's not a big room. It's like a 9.5.
But don't you live in the frigid north?
Yeah, but the house is 72, and then I got 2 heaters going in here with these computers, so basically, so it becomes like a sweatbox.
Oh man, I live in Atlanta, and so it's like
Hot Atlanta.
It's just kind of cold. Like it's a little cool. That's about it. Like occasionally it'll get really cold. Well, I say really cold, but I'm talking like 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
30 degrees.
Yeah. Like today
Shuts down for 3 months.
Yeah, today's high was like 62. I was like, man, it's chilly outside. I had my hoodie with me. I was like, man.
My father, he lives in in a sweatshirt and I'm like, get out of here.
Yeah, yeah. The summers here brutal though, man.
You come up here to Madison and there's college kids running around in tank tops from bar to bar downtown.
Yeah.
like in the middle of winter.
That's because they're young and stupid.
It could be 50 below outside and they'd still be doing the same thing.
But you know what? When I was a contractor, it was the same thing. If it was the winter time and I'm in a house, I'd walk out in my t-shirt to go out to the truck or whatever and get stuff out of it if I needed it. And yeah, I'd get a little chill, but at least I wasn't going out completely sweating. Because I literally, there were a couple times I walk out sweated, and the next thing you know, I walk in and have ice crystals in my chest. Just, you know, over the time I was out there. So it was easier just to stay in a t-shirt and run out. But yeah, you know, my dad's the same way. It gets down to, you know, there's sometimes it gets in the 30s too, but for the most part, it gets down in the 50s, and I'm going, hey, can you hear the violins go down the 30s? We're in the sub-zeros, and you know, that's why when it hits 30s here, after it's been like that with the freezing temperatures we've had, you can walk around in a windbreaker and it feel like it's you know, a spring day.
I got a guy on my team at work that lives in Texas. He had the audacity today in our stand-up meeting to say, "Oh, I had to cover up my flower bed last night," and I was like, "You gotta be kidding me!"
Yeah. The worst things down here in Atlanta are just traffic, summer heat, and the poor people who just want to exude that they are wealthy but they're not. A lot of that. That's
If I go to the bottom, hit save and load. Don't quit. Hit save and load first.
But it says your progress will be saved automatically.
I know, but still,
Do you really want to quit? No.
And the reason for that is if you screw something up, or I've done this too, where let's say you crack the truck up really bad or whatever, points as you progress. But even aside from that, sometimes if let's as an example, let's say you can just name them. You can name whatever you want. But let's say all of a sudden they get rid of a mod, and you know something screws something up, and you got to revert back. It's nice to have those jobs so you don't have to start over. It's just a good practice to be in.
Wonder if I should just get a loan to get the car, get the truck. I mean, I'll do a couple more jobs and then I'll go back to it. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. So this was it had like a really slow start, but it's been cool getting my controllers configured. Thanks to Zeb and everybody else joining me, and all that good stuff. And then Biddle, yeah, man, Biddle Discord is bumping on Friday nights, y'all. Thanks to the bat sign from Kevin to get it started. Because, yeah, people forget easily that we have a Discord server, which is cool. But, yeah, I'm going to stop the stream. I'll probably continue chatting with you guys, but for the stream purposes, I'll end it here. All right, peace out. Thanks, Joe, for your help, too.